Breaking Bad. This title alone evokes a sense of dread and fascination. It hints at the duality of human nature and the thin line between good and evil. The show, a masterpiece of television drama, follows the terrifying journey of Walter White, a man whose life takes a drastic turn. He is a meek high school chemistry teacher turned ruthless drug lord. Initially, Walter is a man who seems to have accepted his mundane existence. The series, captivating from the first scene, delves into the dark heart of ambition, desperation, and morality. It challenges viewers to question their own moral compass. It explores what happens when an ordinary man embraces his darkest potential. Walter's transformation is both horrifying and fascinating, a slow descent into moral decay. Breaking Bad is not just entertainment, it is a profound commentary on the human condition, exploring themes of power, corruption, and the consequences of one's choices. It is a chilling examination of the human psyche, leaving an indelible mark on television history. The psychological depth of the characters adds layers of complexity to the narrative. The show's brilliance lies in its ability to blur the lines between good and evil. Walter's relationship with Jesse Pinkman, his former student-turned-partner, is central to this ambiguity. We watch as Walter, faced with his own mortality, makes choices that are both reprehensible and understandable. His decisions are driven by a mix of fear, pride, and a desire for control. He justifies his actions as a means to secure his family's future. However, his relationship with his wife Skyler becomes increasingly strained as his lies unravel, but as he sinks deeper into the criminal underworld, his motives become increasingly selfish. The allure of power and money begins to overshadow his initial intentions. The transformation of Walter White is a slow burn, meticulously crafted over 5 seasons. Each episode peels back another layer of his character, revealing the darkness within. It is a testament to the show's writers, directors, and actors that we, the audience, are both horrified and strangely captivated by his descent. The meticulous attention to detail in the storytelling is unparalleled. Breaking Bad is a show that stays with you long after the credits roll. Its impact lingers, prompting deep reflection on the nature of morality and the choices we make. It is a testament to the power of storytelling, showcasing the very best of what television can achieve. The show's narrative structure, character development, and thematic depth set a new standard for the medium. With its gripping plot, complex characters, and masterful execution, Breaking Bad has earned its place among the greatest television shows of all time. Each character, from Walter to the supporting cast, is intricately developed and essential to the story. It is a show that demands to be seen, discussed, and dissected, leaving a profound impact on all who dare to enter its world. The discussions it sparks among fans and critics alike are a testament to its enduring legacy. Walter White's world is ordinary. He teaches high school chemistry, unappreciated and underpaid. He works a second job at a car wash, struggling to make ends meet for his pregnant wife and teenage son. His life is a routine of mediocrity and disappointment. Then comes the devastating diagnosis: inoperable lung cancer. Walter is given a death sentence, a ticking clock that throws his entire existence into turmoil. This diagnosis becomes the catalyst for Walter's transformation. Facing his own mortality, he grapples with a profound sense of injustice. He has lived a life of quiet desperation, never reaching his full potential. Now, with nothing left to lose, a dangerous thought takes root. Walter decides to use his knowledge of chemistry to cook methamphetamine. He sees it as a way to secure his family's financial future after he is gone. This decision, born out of desperation and fueled by a newfound sense of urgency, marks the point of no return for Walter White. He partners with Jesse Pinkman, a former student and small-time drug dealer. Together, they embark on a journey into the dangerous world of drug manufacturing and distribution. What begins as a desperate attempt to provide for his family soon spirals into something far more complex and sinister. Walter's journey is a cautionary tale of ambition, greed, and the corrosive effects of power. As Walter delves deeper into the drug trade, he undergoes a chilling metamorphosis. What starts as a desperate attempt to secure his family's future quickly spirals into a dark journey of self-discovery and moral decay. He adopts the alias Heisenberg, a name that becomes synonymous with fear and power. This new identity allows him to shed his former self and embrace a persona that is both feared and respected in the criminal underworld. Gone is the meek and timid teacher. The man who once inspired students with his knowledge of chemistry is now a distant memory. In his place emerges a ruthless and calculating criminal mastermind. Heisenberg is not just a name, it is a symbol of Walter's complete transformation. He navigates the treacherous world of drug cartels, rival distributors, and corrupt law enforcement with surprising cunning and brutality. Each encounter, each deal, and each betrayal further solidifies his place in this dangerous world. Walter's transformation is not merely physical, it is a profound shift in his psyche, a complete overhaul of his moral compass. It is a profound shift in his psyche. He begins to see the world through a lens of power and control, where the ends justify the means. He sheds his inhibitions, embracing his darker impulses. The lines between right and wrong blur as he becomes more entrenched in his criminal activities. He justifies his actions as necessary for survival, but his motivations become increasingly murky. What was once a clear mission to provide for his family becomes a quest for dominance and recognition. What begins as a desire to provide for his family morphs into a quest for power and control. The money, the influence, the fear he instills in others, all become intoxicating. Walter's ego inflates with every successful cook, every deal, every life he takes. Each victory feeds his growing sense of invincibility. He becomes drunk on his own power, reveling in the fear he instills in others. The man who once feared for his life now thrives on the chaos he creates. Breaking Bad forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about human nature. It challenges us to consider how far we might go when pushed to our limits. Walter's journey is a stark reminder that the line between good and evil is often blurred. His descent into darkness is both horrifying and fascinating. It is a testament to the show's brilliance that we can understand, even sympathize with, a character who commits such heinous acts. The complexity of Walter's character makes him one of the most compelling anti-heroes in television history. Walter White is a monster of his own making, a cautionary tale of ambition gone awry. His story serves as a warning of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the moral compromises we make along the way. His transformation serves as a chilling reminder of the seductive nature of power and the ease with which we can lose ourselves in its pursuit. Walter White's journey is a dark exploration of the human soul, a narrative that leaves us questioning our own moral boundaries. Jesse Pinkman, Walter White's partner in crime, is a study in contrasts. He is a character who embodies the duality of human nature, constantly torn between his darker impulses and his inherent sense of morality. He enters the drug trade as a small-time dealer, driven by a desire for easy money and recognition. Initially, Jesse sees the drug trade as a means to an end, a way to gain respect and financial stability in a world that has offered him little of either. But unlike Walter, Jesse is plagued by guilt and remorse. He is not a sociopath. He feels the weight of his actions deeply. Every life lost, every family torn apart by their product, leaves a mark on his conscience. He grapples with the consequences of their actions, haunted by the lives they destroy. The faces of the victims, the collateral damage of their empire, haunt his dreams and waking moments alike. He becomes the show's moral compass, a stark counterpoint to Walter's descent into darkness. While Walter becomes increasingly ruthless and power-hungry, Jesse's moral struggles become more pronounced, highlighting the widening chasm between the two partners. Jesse's journey is one of constant struggle. He is perpetually caught in a web of conflicting emotions, battling his inner demons while trying to navigate the treacherous world he has chosen. He wrestles with his conscience, torn between loyalty to Walter and his own sense of right and wrong. This internal conflict is a recurring theme, as Jesse often finds himself at odds with Walter's increasingly unethical decisions. He forms genuine connections with people, only to see them destroyed by the violence and chaos they bring. His relationships with Andrea and her son Brock, for instance, show his capacity for love and care, but also the inevitable tragedy that follows. Jesse becomes a victim of Walter's manipulations, used and discarded when convenient. Walter's betrayal is a turning point for Jesse, deepening his sense of disillusionment and despair. Despite the horrors he witnesses and participates in, Jesse retains a shred of humanity. His ability to empathize with others, even in the darkest of times, sets him apart from many of the other characters. He is capable of empathy and compassion, qualities that Walter increasingly lacks. This empathy is evident in his interactions with children and vulnerable individuals, where his protective instincts come to the fore. Jesse's arc is a testament to the show's ability to create complex and nuanced characters. He is not a one-dimensional figure. His character is layered with depth, making him one of the most compelling figures in the series. He is not simply a sidekick or a foil to Walter. Jesse's story is integral to the narrative, providing a counterbalance to Walter's descent and offering viewers a different perspective on the moral complexities of their world. He is a fully realized individual with his own motivations, flaws, and desires. His journey is marked by moments of bravery, vulnerability, and profound sadness, making him a character that resonates deeply with the audience. Jesse's journey is a tragic one, a reminder that even in the darkest of circumstances, a flicker of humanity can endure. His story is a poignant exploration of redemption, loss, and the enduring struggle to do what is right. He is a character we root for, despite his flaws, because he represents the possibility of redemption, a glimmer of hope in a world consumed by darkness. Jesse Pinkman's story is a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit, even when faced with seemingly insurmountable odds.